Teacher engineers, subscribers, viewers, and students, there is another beautiful and challenge problem in integral calculus, and this is problem 16. This is about finding the centroid of the entire arc of the cardioid r equals quantity A times r equals A quantity 1 plus cosine theta. Remember the heart-shaped polar curve? It is it, but this polar curve, because when theta is 0, is the heart shape is flipped in that direction, horizontal, with the far end on the x-axis.
So this is a very nice problem if we do not apply or we will not use the calculator for this problem here. It becomes very nice, very good exercise to increase your knowledge in integral calculus. So here we go. This is the problem. Find the centroid of the entire arc of the cardioid r equals quantity a quantity 1 plus cosine theta. And we know that this is a heart-shaped uh, arc, beautiful arc. And when theta is 0, it is 2. So that means the cardioid, the heart shape, is flipped in that manner. So as shown in the figure, then this is the centroid, definitely. Call that barred X. Then we have the strip so that you can recall the formula for the arc length. So take note that we have a differential sector here, arc. Then the radius is r. In general, the angle is differential theta. So that this very small arc here is radius times central angle d theta. And this is the change in r, dr. So ds, therefore, imagine we have a right triangle, is equal to the square root of dr square plus r d theta square, and vice versa. So ds square, so we have to set up everything. For this ds here, the distance from the y-axis is simply x. The angle that r makes with the x-axis is theta. So x sub c is just x, and it is r cosine theta from polar coordinates. X is r cosine theta and y is r sine theta. So if that is theta, so x is r cosine theta. So ds square again is equal to quantity r d theta square plus dr square. And that is set up from here, although the formula for s in polar coordinates is already in the lecture part in differential in calculus. It's already set up. I just review you with this, especially for those who are first viewers of this video. So divide everything by d theta square. So ds d theta square equals r d theta over d theta quantity square plus dr d theta square. So this becomes r square, cross multiply, extract the square root. So ds is equal to square root of r square plus dr d theta square times differential theta. So the formula for s, therefore, we multiply it by 2 because we only consider the upper half of the graph. So we consider also the lower half. So s equals integral of square root of r 2 times, times 2, to consider the lower half also, of square root of r square plus dr d theta square d theta. So r is a quantity 1 plus cosine theta. So that means the derivative of r with respect to theta is a times negative sine theta. And substitute here, s is equal to 2 integral, limits would be from 0 to pi. 0 to pi of 2 integral 0 to pi square root of quantity a square plus times 1 plus cosine theta square. This is r square. Then dr d theta is a negative sine theta square is a square sine square theta, then d theta. So expanding 1 plus cosine theta square, so S is 2 integral 0 to pi of a square quantity 1 plus 2 cosine theta plus cosine square theta plus a square sine square theta. So we factor out a square with cosine square theta and sine square theta here, then plus a square plus 2a square cosine square 2a square cosine of theta. So we note that cosine square theta plus sine square theta is 1. This is 1. And that is a square cosine square theta, then a square sine square theta. So we factor out a square. Then we have a square times 1, which is now this. And 2a square cosine theta, which is that. So this is 1 combined with a square, so that would be 2a square. So S is 2 integral 0 to pi of square root of 2a square plus 2a square cosine of theta. Factor out 2a square, then we'll have 1 plus cosine theta left in the radical, and square root of 2a square is a square root of 2. So that becomes 2a square root of 2 integral of square root of 1 plus cosine theta d theta. So from trigonometric identities, this square root of 1 plus cosine theta is 2 cosine square of theta over 2. So we replace that with that identity, 2 cosine square theta over 2, then d theta. So this is square root of 2 times square root of 2. So this becomes S equals 4a integral 0 to pi. And what is left here is cosine theta over 2 d theta, which can be evaluated if we make this 8 times 2, so 8, then because the differential of theta over 2 is d theta over 2. So that would be 8a integral 0 to pi of cosine theta over 2 times d theta over 2. So that's the same. So that this is in the form cosine integral of cosine of u du. Integral of cosine u du is sine u. So S is 8a, quantity is sine of theta over 2 from 0 to pi. And 8a times sine pi over 2, which is 1, minus sine of 0, which is 0. So 8a times 1, so the perimeter or the length of the entire arc of this cardioid is 8a. Then we apply the first moment of mass concept to locate this centroid here. Obviously, by symmetry, x-axis is the axis of symmetry. The centroid will have barred y0, so we are only interested of barred x. So from principle that the first moment of a mass, 8a times barred x equals integral of x sub c, which is r cosine theta, times differential s. So we use this differential s here, which is already simplified. So 8a s is 8a. 8a barred x equals integral from 0 to pi of x sub c ds, and ds is the simplified part is this. So we copy 4a cosine theta over 2 d theta for differential s. We haven't yet evaluated that part. So 8a divided by 4a is 2. So this remains 2 barred x. Then integral of x sub c, which is r cosine theta. Then cosine theta over 2 d theta. So, so we replace r equal to a quantity 1 plus cosine theta here, then times cosine theta, then times quantity cosine theta over 2 d theta. So simplifying, and let's think of identities which will make this integrable, the integrand. So that would be 2 barred x equals a. Then we replace this back to square root of 1 plus cosine theta over 2 is cosine theta over 2 here. So 2 bar x equals a. Then copy 1 plus cosine theta times cosine theta. We replace cosine theta over 2 by its identity, square root of 1 plus cosine theta over 2. So we combined square root of 1 plus cosine theta with 1 plus cosine theta. So that becomes 1 plus cosine theta to the 3 halves. Then we have square root of 2 here. So 2 bar x equals a square root of 2 integral 0 to pi of 1 plus cosine theta to the 3 halves, then times cosine theta d theta. Then this is again replaced by its identity, which is 2 cosine square theta over 2. And this one is 1 minus 2 sine square theta over 2. Cosine theta is 1 minus 2 sine square theta over 2 because 2 sine square theta over 2 is 1 minus cosine theta. So therefore, cosine theta is 1 minus 2 sine square theta over 2. So again, we replace this by quantity 2 cosine square theta over 2, while this one 1 minus 2 sine square theta over 2. So 2 bar x equals a over square root of 2 integral from 0 to pi of 2 cosine square theta over 2 quantity raised to 3 halves, then quantity 1 minus 2 sine square theta over 2 d theta. So this is now 2 to the 3 halves is the same as 2 square root of 2. So we cancel square root of 2. Because we have 2 here, we also cancel 2. So this is now bar x in the left side equals a. Then integral of cosine cube of theta over 2. Then quantity 1 minus 2 sine square theta over 2 d theta. So again, bar x equals a integral 0 to pi cosine cube theta over 2 quantity 1 minus 2 sine square theta over 2 d theta. Then this cosine cube theta over 2 is replaced by or broken down into cosine square theta over 2 times cosine theta over 2. And we note that cosine square theta over 2 is 1 minus sine square theta over 2 as an identity. So we change this to, again, cosine square theta over 2 times cosine theta over 2. And we replace cosine square theta over 2 by 1 minus sine square theta over 2. So bar x is a integral 0 to pi 1 minus sine square theta over 2 cosine theta over 2 quantity 1 minus 2 sine square theta over 2 d theta. So again, this is originally cosine square theta over 2 times cosine theta over 2. So that makes it cosine cube of theta over 2. Then we distribute these quantities inside the parentheses and this inside the brackets. So we have 1 minus 2 sine square theta over 2 minus sine square theta over 2. So that would be 1 minus 3 sine square theta over 2. Then negative sine square theta over 2 times negative 2 sine square theta over 2 is positive 2 sine to the fourth theta over 2. So bar x is a, then integral 0 to pi of quantity 1 minus 3 sine square theta over 2 plus 2 sine square 2 sine to the fourth theta over 2 times cosine theta over 2. So that's it. Then if we let u be theta over 2, the differential is differential theta over 2. And we have 2 in the denominator. So we multiplied all these terms inside the brackets by 2 so that it is ready to be evaluated. The integral would be known, would be easy. So bar x equals a integral 0 to pi of quantity 2 minus 6 sine square theta over 2 plus 4 sine to the 4th theta over 2 cosine theta over 2 times differential theta over 2. So we introduce 2 here in the numerator, then because we divide it by 2 also. So these are now the new coefficients inside the bracket terms. Then if we let u be theta over 2, then the differential d theta over 2. And if u is sine theta over 2, the differential is cosine theta over 2 d theta over 2. So for sine, it is in the form integral of, for instance, this one, negative 6 u square, then that's du. This is 4u to the fourth, then differential u, which can be evaluated by power formula. For the first term, this is simply 2 integral of cosine of u du. So that is easy because that's just sine, 2 sine of theta over 2. So substitute bar x equals a quantity 2 sine theta over 2 minus 2 sine cube of theta over 2 plus 4/5 sine to the 5th theta over 2 from 0 to pi. So again, the explanation here, this is 6 sine cube over 3. So that's why it's 6, negative 6 over 3 is negative 2. This is 4 sine to the 5th theta over 2 over 5. So that's why we have 4/5 sine to the 5th theta over 2. So from 0 to pi, take note that sine pi over 2 is 1 and sine of 0 is 0. So bar x is a quantity 2 times 1 minus 2 times 1 cube plus 4/5 of 1 to the 5th minus lower limit, everything would be 0. So 2 minus 2 cancel. So this is 4/5. So 4/5 of A is 4/5 A. So the centroid therefore is at quantity 4/5 A comma 0. So that's it for this part, and I evaluated the integral manually so that your skills in math will be improved. I hope so. And you can also do it by your own. Try. The challenge part here is the uh, transformation of some of these trigonometric expression to their equivalent identities. So I hope you learn this.